Okay, continuing from day one, we got day two. I realized the last video was 11 minutes, so I really want to keep these brief, but the thing is, there's just so much to talk about, so I'll blast through it as much as I can. So basically, today we got to see a bit more of Anniversary. We got to see some of the terminals, which were really cool. I might have said it in the last video, I might not have, but basically, if you remember terminals from Halo 3, they're just little bits of text that you sort of read, and it gives you some insight to the story. This time they're deciding to go with more of a visual approach, which allows them to tell basically a greater story, and it's the story of 343 Guilty Sparks. So, if you're into your campaign and your story, it'll be a really good treat. Not only that, but they've also introduced new skulls. They decided to take out skulls that affect enemy AI. So in exchange for that, they've introduced some new ones. There's basically three that spring to mind. There's Grunt Funeral Party, or Grunt Funeral I should say, instead of Grunt Birthday Party. Basically, when grunts die, they give off a plasma grenade explosion, which can absolutely lead to mayhem, which is... I've seen a bit of gameplay footage of it, it looks really, really good. Another one is called Boom, which is basically the explosion radius has been doubled for all explosions. So grenades, rockets, everything has been doubled. So combine that with Grunt Funeral should make some pretty epic stuff. And the third thing is a skull called Malfunction. Now the way this works is basically every time you die, you lose an element of your HUD when you respawn. So you may lose your radar, you may lose your ammo count, you may lose your health bar, stuff like that. Should make for some pretty interesting games and some cool challenges for campaign. Yeah, so we did that. I should say, first thing we did today actually was basically straight in, and I got in line for Battlefield 3, which at 10 o'clock when the gates opened, I got to play it at about 12. So it's a 2-hour queue. The queue went all around the booth, but it was definitely worth it. I gotta say, Infinity Ward's got a lot of work to do if they want to match what DICE are making now with Battlefield 3. It was incredible. The weapons felt very realistic. The ambience was realistic. The control scheme, even though we were playing PS3, felt natural. So it's going to be quite good to see on Xbox. Everything about it just felt really refined, even for a beta. So it'll be interesting to see who out of Battlefield and Modern Warfare does better. I'm honestly even though I'm a COD fan, I'm putting my money on DICE for this one on Battlefield. It just, something about it feels really good, and unfortunately Infinity Ward didn't have a stand going at PAX, so kind of interesting considering the game's coming out in November, so it's gonna be interesting. Honestly, I think my prediction's going with Battlefield anyway. But anyway, also we got Prey 2, which we saw a trailer of and some gameplay as well. If you've ever played Prey, it was a cool story. It had the gimmick of, non-Euclidean space where if you crawled into a box, it was basically a portal to another room. I don't know if it's the same technology as Portal, but it was definitely a cool game at the time. Prey 2 is definitely a different game and a different story. You're playing, instead of playing the prey, you play the predator, looking for the prey on an alien world. They've implemented a lot of free running stuff, kind of like Mirror's Edge. But they've also got something called agile combat, basically meaning you can do any of this parkour stuff and you can fire your gun at the same time. It looks really fluid. It'll be quite interesting to see. What else we got? Oh, Skyrim. I'm sorry guys, I tried, but after Battlefield 3 we left the booth and I went straight to Skyrim to see what they're up to, and the queue was full. They were allowing no more people to get into the line to even play it. They had a panel at 3:30 today. I got there at 2:30. The line was full. They were allowing no more people in. It's just, the place is mad for Skyrim. I'm gonna try and get into it tomorrow, but Halo 4 is obviously the priority of the day tomorrow. They're showing some footage of that at 10 AM when the exhibit's open, so that'll be where I'm going to first, and I've obviously got to get in line early for that. So no guarantees, but I'll do my best to get some information of Skyrim. It's been hectic with all the other stuff going on, so we'll see. Quickly, I'll go through some other games. Some of the games I got to play today. Most importantly, probably on the list, GoldenEye Reloaded. Looks amazing, plays amazing. Something about it feels really, really good. The control scheme is a bit iffy at this point, but it is in beta, I believe. So they will be refining things. It should be pretty cool to see what they come up with in the end. It's going to be for 360 PS3, I believe, only. They've already made a Wii version, so this is basically a port of that. It's going to be a big decider. Oh, it's going to be interesting to see because, I mean, obviously there's a big legacy. So we'll see how that goes. What else have we got? No Modern Warfare 3, I see that. Oh, no Blizzard as well, so no Diablo 3. What is it? Is it Heart of the Swarm? I believe is a new expansion for StarCraft 2. None of that. No World of Warcraft stuff, because, I mean, they've got nothing going on, well, no new stuff going on right now. So, yeah, no Blizzard. What else? We've got... Oh, actually, the new Sonic game for the DS looks amazing. If you're a fan of the old school Sonic, which wasn't so much about speed, but more about, you know, getting the enemies, getting the rings, going to the end, that gameplay is all back. Basically, you can play every zone as either old Sonic or new Sonic, and they've got the best elements of each. So that was one of the... It was strange, just a DS game, but it stuck out to me as being a really good game. So if you got a DS, check it out. And like little indie devs as well. A group of guys called SRRN. They made a Wii RPG called Ash for the iPhone and iPod. Really cool guys. They're making some new games too. I'd advise you to check it out. Let's see. That's probably about it as far as games goes. I was actually spending a lot of time meeting people today. I've got to give some shout outs. Shout out to Graham Boyd from Xbox Europe for taking care of me and Steve and all the other European guys during the trip. He's been a big help to us all, so thank you, Graham. Shout out to the boys at Firelight Studios. I've been basically with those guys, Kevin, Josh and Chase most of the day, just going around seeing all the different games, seeing what's going on. We also did a little, these guys are machinima creators, and these guys are amazing. If you basically Google them, check out their YouTube, have a look at their work. It really is good stuff. We did a wee short today, actually. It was quite fun. So that'll hopefully be up sometime soon, so check that out. Yeah, and obviously shout out to the guys at 343 and Bungie. I mean, they've put on Halofest for us all. It's been an amazing event so far. We've still got a day to go, and obviously Halo 4. Some news about that, hopefully. I'm really hoping for it. So anything new that I can bring to you guys, I'll make sure to do it, and I won't muck around doing it too. I think first things first, once that's done, I'm going to come straight back, let you guys know about it, and make sort of a mini vlog about it. So I'll get to doing that. And yeah, so that's a very short version of the day too. Obviously I got more photos and footage again, so I'll put that up when it's done. And yeah, so here comes day 3. I'll see you later.